Hello, hello, hello. Let's do a check-in for the Gangster, book number 6 in the Galactic Football League science fiction series, set 700 years in the future by Scott Sigler, um, all centering around all-star quarterback Quentin Barnes, who, yes, has won the Galaxy Bowl. Um, has had sustained in the attack beforehand what seems to be at least a career-ending injury to his golden arm, the one that throws all those footballs so accurately and quickly and fast. Now he's like can't pick something up without having horrible jolts of pain. Um, well, last I think we set, he decided to go to Earth for a highly experimental thing. Um, Indeed, in these chapters, he gets there to New York City. Um, he is given the bad news by the doctor um, that, yeah, basically, no, you're not suitable. It's not going to work, and you're never gonna play again. And he reacts with anger, and it's like, well, you could retire. It's like, no, I'm fucking 23. Fuck you. I'm gonna retire. Like, say, how well would you take it if someone told you that your medical career was over? He's angry. Becca comes in looking dazed, and yeah, something's been told, and indeed I did. As soon as she did come in that way, looking dazed, it's like, I know what that is. And but first, there's another assassination attempt in which there's multiple people get killed, including the doctor. Um, their Virak, who's guarding them, gets shot in the leg. They do escape. They Virak's being getting healed, but is it gonna end his career? It's like all these guys are just like they depend on their bodies, and even getting taken down like a couple of fractions of an inch, as Quentin says, can take you from being like starter in the first tier down to a bench warmer in the third tier. If you lose that just half a step in whatever your skill set is. Janine, not Janine, Becca does tell him the news that yes, indeed, she is pregnant. Um, and he'd already proposed to her, so that's pretty good. And had sex once, and apparently that's all it would take. Becca says something offhanded like, well, it can be difficult to get, thing. He learns later from Virak and stuff like that actually it's like there's like about a 1 to 2% chance that the baby will actually, make it undamaged, okay, which is like holy shit. Um, I mean, it's good that they're both large beings, and Becca is half heavy G, and he's just a gigantic human being on his own. So maybe there'll be better things, and they have lots of money, so that will also improve chances. But it's going to be tough. So we have that. Um, vi- um, uh, go, go. What's this? Virak. Uh, God damn it! I can't remember the name of the owner of the team at the moment. G. Kyoto. Gyrak is pissed. He's pissed that someone just tried to kill his property, and he wants to know who. And like he didn't even know he'd gone to Earth, so we kind of eliminate that it was him. I'd rather think that it is the Abernathy really really wanting to take out Quentin Barnes, because he's seen as by Petra Prowett and a few others as the figure who is actually would be able to unify the galaxy against the upcoming Abernathy threat. Um, Quentin still does not believe that that's actually a thing. He thinks, Petra Powett has lied to them before, manipulated them, and this is just another bullshit thing. It turns out that there is indeed theories running through the Concordia, the Empire, that about the Abernathy, and we rather think that it's Petra who has actually planted the rumors, because he's probably tried to contact governments and gotten nowhere. Part of it maybe because of the Prowett have been such a warlike thing of nuked planets, but for their own expansion things. But there's also a thing of maybe the Abernathy have gotten to the governments and preventing anyone from actually binding together to start getting ready for this threat. And I mean, shit, if it's a couple of years out, they need certain past a certain point, they wouldn't be able to get ready if they don't figure this out. I would think, just how much time it takes to kind of time it takes to kind of get everything together. It's like they need to. Now the big thing, of course, in this section is there's the wedding. Quentin decides, like, well, what can he do, before he's decided he's gonna go on an ultra hardcore, um, getting in top physical shape. He's gonna basically do everything he can to be like, super mega, super mega in shape. Lots of conditioning to help his arm. It's like, um, which Fred, who is the detective guy who's kind of shepherding around the security, is like, you should be resting, not super training. And it's like, I guess either way. But before that happens, wedding between Brecca and Quentin, with the parents. Fred does all the stuff to get the parents there, to get uh, Janine, his sister, there, and John and Jew, and Ma Tweedy, who's basically his mother now. And they have a very sweet wedding with what's his name? The guy who's kind of just mentally ill. He believes about the old ones and kind of all this stuff, and he has been talking openly on kind of conspiracy chat shows about the Abernathy. Um, so he kind of fits in with the whole conspiracy theory dudes trying to spread the whole thing about the Abernathy, and old ones. And he's there, and he's getting kind of very much um, shepherded along by one of the other alien teammates. It's like, okay, you're going to stay on the game plan. You're not going to start talking about the old ones and tentacles. You're going to just do the wedding. And he's like, yes, I am. Okay. And he does. He does a wonderful job of officiating the wedding. And they do their vows, which are very kind of sports based vows, because these are two athletes who are all about, like, you are my teammate, Becca, and this is the ultimate championship is our marriage and all this stuff. It's like, oh, and John and Jude just are totally blubbering, and they give big hugs at the end and all that stuff, and they're super mega happy and super mega awesome and all this. That's what John and Jude are all super mega this and that. So there's all that. He talks to, is it George McKay? God, I got to get those names right. The guy who was a part of the Zoroastrian Guild, just to make sure that he can trust him or not. Because he says he was away, but the purist guy also said he was all off of the Zoroastrian thing, and that wasn't true. But he is, and he's like unquestioningly has gone into the Prowett cloud with Quentin to save Janine. He's like really, he's been there as kind of an educator figure, and he's really hurt that Quentin would question him, but Quentin has to be sure, and they sort of are managed to patch it up. And he's going to pilot the ship because they need someone to pilot the ship, and they need to keep it kind of within the family of not having anyone outside of their very close-knit um, team know about what's going on, because he's planning to do super hardcore training with this guy that he's gotten Fred to hire without him knowing who he's hiring. He's like a former fight guy. To yeah, the super training will commence, I guess, because Quentin really is hell-bound, determined to somehow overcome the odds and play through the pain. It's like he's going to be just in super agony all the time. As a GFL player, you can have mods. I don't think you can. Painkillers would basically dull your reaction time, so that's no go. So he's just like really going to be in agony if he actually makes it to the next season of play. And I don't know how good of a player he's going to be, but I guess we shall see. So yeah, that's the Gnstr for this thing. Yeah. All right, I'll leave it there. More videos later.